Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Gown. So, I'm a video game designer, and I know what you're thinking, game designer by day, comic at night. Who is this Superman? That is what you're thinking, right? I'm a game designer, and my mom's been really supportive of that, my career choice, which is nice. She says all those games I play now are an investment. They were a good investment in my career, which is cool, because like growing up, she used to call them, "Why are you not studying Big Doctor?" When I first got my job as a game designer, I thought I was like so cool. I honestly thought I could pick up women at the bar with my cool job. But every girl I talked to, I would get the same response. They'd say, "Oh, you're a game designer? My little brother would love you." You know what's not a turn on? Finding out her 14-year-old brother is more into you than she is. It's not like even if I got her back to my apartment, like my place would really help seal the deal. Let's go to the bedroom. Are those X-Men bed sheets next to the Princess Leia statue? Just to be clear, I don't have X-Men bed sheets. That was the Justice League. Read a book, you bimbo. So, I'm not a big fan of stereotypes. I mean, so says the Asian nerd, right? But I don't like it when I see the same things in movies like all the time. It's really bad image. How come every sci-fi movie I see, aliens from another planet come down and try to take over the Earth with their superior technology, like these higher life forms? Are you telling me in the whole galaxy there's not a planet that's dumber than us? There's no like redneck hillbilly aliens coming down in their UFO with those little naked girl trucker flaps and little truck testicles on the trailer hitch? Those little small gray bodies, big gray heads, but no teeth, backwards trucker cap, in the planetary southern drawl? Alexa, we're gonna take over this here planet. But first, let's get some fireworks, pork rinds, and Keystone Light. Does anybody have a Nintendo Wii or an Xbox Connect? Like, I can't see anybody, so just like light straight my eyes, just like yes, okay. So I'm glad there's other people with nothing to do on Saturday nights. So, for those who don't know, these are motion controllers designed for video games to get gamers off the couch. So instead, if you're like trying to fight a dragon or something and you have a sword, instead of just like pressing the buttons like you used to do, now you have to swing your arms back and forth like you are actually wielding a sword. So what the hell? Motion controls go against every core belief that I have as a gamer. I play video games to be more lazy, not less lazy. They need to invent a controller that lets me play while lying flat on my back on the couch and shoots chili cheese fries in my mouth. I'm sure fighting a dragon in real life is an intense, exhilarating, and flooding process. But really, what marketing execs thought, let's take out the exhilaration of actually dominating a prehistoric beast and just keep in the part where I get sweaty and tired. I bought an iPhone to play games on, which is the only reason that I upgraded from my old Razr. But if you drop the iPhone like 3 inches from the ground, like the screen cracks. If you talk too loud on that thing, the screen cracks. If you take too many Instagrams, the screen cracks. How come as our technology progresses, it seems to get flimsier and flimsier? When I used to lose at old school Nintendo, I would throw the controller so hard it would leave a dent in the living room door frame. They should have made bulletproof vests out of those little gray plastic controllers. I once threw it so hard, it bounced off the wall, hit me in the cheek, and left a Nintendo-shaped bruise on my face. Nothing says uber dork, like in elementary school, than walking around looking like you got rolled by the Super Mario Brothers. Nerd rage is the scariest of all rages. Like screw crimes of passion or a mother's love for a child, or whatever the heck that is. You want to see gamers go crazy? Pull an internet connection during an online game of League of Legends and watch the people freak out like it's the rapture. In Hawaii, 2 gangbangers got beat up by 2 nerds for trying to steal their Nintendo DSs. This is true, you can Google that. Can you imagine being those 2 guys in prison trying to explain how they got there because they interrupted a game of Pokemon? I robbed a liquor store, took a whole SWAT team, 4 canisters of tear gas, and a bullet to the knee, and they still had to taser me with 500 volts to bring me in. What about you two? Nerds. They had to stop kicking our ass halfway to take a hit from their inhaler. I like playing games like Grand Theft Auto or Assassin's Creed, because at the end of those games, there's a stats screen that shows up. So when you die in those games, a statistics screen shows up and tells you everything that you've done in the game. So say it's stuff like total number of hours played, 22. Number of ninjas killed, 126. I can't wait to see my stats screen when I pass away. Like I'll be walking down the street, bam, hit by a car. I die like Pac-Man for some reason in my mind, I'm not sure why. But I go up to the pearly gates, and right before I walk in, big stats screen. Chris Gow, meaningful conversations, 122. Number of conversations on who's faster, the Flash or Superman, 46,728. Number of hours being productive online, 6. Which is coincidentally the same number of hours spent online not looking at pornography. If you can't tell, like I'm actually pretty proud of like who I am and the effort I put in to reach this level of nerdery. So I get kind of upset when other people who aren't true nerds like call themselves nerds. I'm not sure what this whole geek chic fad is nowadays, but they try to covet our title. I read this Maxim interview with Kate Upton that said she looked like a nerd in high school, and now she's still a nerd at heart. And it's like 5'10" blonde supermodel Kate Upton, and that's bullshit. No, you're not. You never put in the effort. You don't have the nerd wounds. You don't have the tennis elbow from rolling D&D dice all night long. The atrophied eyes from watching all of Firefly in one sitting. The scarred and calloused thumbs for playing Nintendo in the basement for year after year. I can tell a true original gamer by just shaking their hands and feeling the callus from their thumbs. It proves that we're both OG vets and we both survived Nerd Nam. So, Miss Kate Upton supermodel, until you cast the D&D magic missile, found the Master Sword and Link, and know how many ion cannons are on a B-wing. 3. Until then, Miss Supermodel, you stick to being beautiful, and you leave the high scores in Donkey Kong to me. So, thanks everyone, Chris Gow.
Chris Gow, everybody.